Tim in Chicago, listening to WCPT. Hey, Tim, what's up?
Hi.
Hello.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, you're on the air.
What I wanted to say, what you were saying right before the break, how, thank a Democrat for clean water, for 40-hour work week, this and that.
Mm-hmm.
When are the Democrats going to stop being the punching bag of the Republicans? Why aren't they screaming from the rooftops? Everything you just said.
I said I really think that Democrats just assume everybody knows this, and the problem is that since the Reagan Revolution, there has been a generation of young people who have come up, and many of them are now middle age, who don't know this, who somehow think that the Democrats are, that all this stuff just magically sprang into being, that the middle class came about just because it's a natural thing. I'm sorry, it's not. It was the result of Democrats, in the 1930s, in some cases losing their lives fighting for the right to unionize. People just think that, hey, of course you can trust the food at the supermarket. It's not going to make you sick. Of course, it's just like a natural thing. No, you can thank progressive Republicans, and Democrats who worked together back in the 1900s, the 19-teens, the 1920s, and 1930s for, the Pure Food and Drug Act and things like that. These people, they think that it's just, it's a normal force of nature that you can drink the water out of your tap. No, it's because people fought and, I don't know if they died for that, but they, and on the list goes, everything that we've been talking about. And Reaganomics, there's been this great amnesia. And anytime the media talks about how Democrats brought this about, the strategy that Lee Atwater laid out during the Reagan administration was yell and scream about liberal media bias, work the refs, so that the media is afraid to even mention the fact. When was the last time that, like on Meet the Press kind of thing, you saw, David, what's his name, Gregory say to a Republican, I know that, all the way back to the 1930s, you guys, well, actually back to the 19-teens, you guys have been opposed to everything from child labor laws to Social Security, to the right to unionize, to the 40-hour work week, and now you're opposed to gays getting married. Obviously you haven't changed your stripes much over the years. You just, it's like, hey, buddy, you're on your own. And therefore, why don't they ever predicate questions like that? I was just amazed the other day, this interview with President Obama that I think, was it David Gregory did the interview? Who was it who did that interview a couple of days ago? Oh, it was Chuck Todd. That's right. Thank you, Shano. Chuck Todd did this interview, and he says, are you concerned that people are going to think that you're a liar now? And it's like, what? When was the last time you asked a Republican something like that? Oh, it would never happen, because for the next 6 weeks, Chuck Todd would be 600 lashes with barbed wire. But the Democrats,
how do we change that? How does that change?
I think we all have to speak up.
We need more people like him, someone that will get up and yell at the Republicans and put them in their place.
Yeah, we need to be speaking up. But the fact of the matter is that Democratic members of Congress were arrested at the White House a couple of weeks ago, protesting, as I recall, climate change. No, it was, I can't. It was immigration. Yeah, it was the immigration thing, and protesting a lack of action by the Republicans in the House and whatnot, and it got no coverage. Can you imagine if Ted Cruz got arrested anywhere? It would be, all day, every day for weeks. All the media wants to talk about is Republicans, and I think it's tragic. I think it's just a tragic thing. And so, Tim, I'm talking about it. You need to be talking about it.
No, I didn't mean it that way. I mean the people on the TV.
Yeah. No, these big corporations are owned by Republicans, Tim.
Maybe the average American would hear and pay attention.
Yeah. Well, between the Lee Atwater strategy, which has been incredibly effective, and the fact that, big corporate media is big corporate media, the Republicans are on the side of big corporations. The Democrats are on the side of working people. it's really simple, right? And you'd think that with all this stuff on healthcare, people would get that. You would think that with Aetna, people would get that. You would think that with everything that, all these political battles that the Republicans and Democrats have been fighting, that people would get that. You would think that the regulation of the banks, that people would understand that the Democrats are on their sides and the Republicans are on the side of the banksters. But, it's just amazing the ability of these Republicans to message this stuff. It blows my mind. Tim, thanks for the call. Thanks for listening to WCPT. We'll be right back.